One of you reached out who is trying to win the lottery and create better relationships at work, being more loved and respected by her coworkers. And this is what you said. I am sad today because I did not win the lottery again. And once again, I was bullied at work. But hear what you're saying here. You've got it backwards and upside down. You're saying that because I did not win the lottery and because I was bullied again at work, I'm sad. But not winning the lottery and being bullied at work are effects. They're not cause or source of anything. You are. So no, you did not win the lottery again and were once again bullied at work because that's your story and identity of who you are and what your reality is. Only your I am story is cause and source of your entire life experience. You are the cause, you are the source. So when you say I am sad, you create and manifest a sad reality, a sad script, sad experiences. Because your source, your cause. So when you say I am unworthy because no one values me, well, no one values you because you say your story is that you're unworthy. When you say I am unloved because no one loves me, well, no one loves you because you're unloved, because you say you're unloved, because you don't love yourself, because you don't know yourself as love. You can say I am broke because I have no money, I lost my job, and there's nothing in my bank account. But you lost your job, there's nothing in your bank account, you have no money, because you're identifying with the story of being someone that's broke or broken. Same with disrespected and unsuccessful. The story you've assumed, believed, and have accepted as true of yourself and your reality creates your entire life experience, moment to moment, past, present, and future, here and now. Hear it. That's the source. You, as source, as the creator of your entire life experience. Your story. So when you say, I'm disrespected because I get bullied at work, you get bullied at work because you believe, you assume your story is that you're disrespected. You could say, I'm unsuccessful because I've never got a good job opportunity. I didn't get the education that I wanted. I'm not working in a successful job or doing what I want to do. But you're not doing what you want to do. You don't have that success because you identify the story is I'm unsuccessful. I really want you to get this today. You're the one and only source and cause of your entire life experience. But that's the good news. That's where all the power is, within you as you. So you assume, believe, and accept as true, or your truth, the story that you are sad, unworthy, unloved, broke, broken, disrespected, unsuccessful, and manifest and create circumstances and experiences that seem to justify and reinforce your story about yourself and your reality. You create your past, present, and future moment to moment with your story right now. So what happens? You create and recall past memories that appear to justify and reinforce your present story. And you say, see, that's why present circumstances are the way they are. That's why I can't create my desired future. But your past is not source or cause of anything. You are. Your present beliefs and assumptions and story about who you are create your past, present, and future here and now. So you're remembering, creating here and now, a version of you in your reality that makes space-time linear sense to your assumed belief and accepted story of who you are here and now. So you create a version of who you were that makes sense to your present assumptions and beliefs and definitions, your story of who you are. You create a future you that makes space-time sense to what you're assuming, your story about yourself right now. It's all you right now, past, present, and future. And I've talked about this idea before Abraham, I am. In other words, you are that I am awareness. That self-existing awareness or consciousness. There's no before and after. There's just that consciousness and awareness. I am that I am, the name of God. That's 0 point. That's the one divine mind. That's pure potential. That's the truth of who you are, all possibilities. When in Scripture, when Jesus, as your I am awareness says, I go to the Father, I go to the field, well, in every moment you're going to the Father or the field. In other words, in every moment you're in 0 point, and also creating your perspective, a viewpoint, a vantage point of your physical experience, according to your truth, to your story. Your current here and now story of who you are and what your reality is, through your assumptions, beliefs, and definitions right now. Your desired future, your reality here and now, is waiting on the other side of the story that you've been telling yourself. Hear it. That's all. You go, where is it? Where is that desired future? It's waiting on the other side of your story that you're telling yourself right now. With that story, you create what you see as your past story now, your present story now, and your future story now. You're creating all scripts or stories now through your current assumptions, beliefs, and definitions of who you are. So when you say that I am sad because I once again didn't win the lottery and once again were bullied at work, you're allowing that script that's determined by you defining yourself as someone that's sad create your reality. It doesn't create anything. You're trying to change the script. Instead, decide who you are. When you define and tell the story that you're not sad, that you're fulfilled, that you're complete, that you're whole, then the script must show that. Remember, we talk about the idea of the film roll. Well, the film roll is who you say you are. It's your story right now. It's that identity. And so the linear experience of circumstances and conditions of people, events, and circumstances and all of that are simply a manifestation or included in the film roll that you are determining, that you're choosing. So if you choose, I am sad, well, the film is about a sad person. So there are infinite possibilities of scripts of you being sad, unfulfilled, bullied, not winning the lottery. But you can't change any of those scripts. Because they can't be changed, because it comes from that film roll that you have chosen. That's what they mean, the ancients meant by the script is written. But there are infinite scripts, infinite film rolls to choose from, infinite identities and versions of you. Nothing is fixed. Your past, present, and future story is being created anew in every moment. In every moment, you get to decide who you are. At every moment, in other words, it's a new film roll with a new script unfolding. All possible stories or scripts exist in potential, infinite number, each with its unique destiny and fate. Each of these. So when you say I am sad because of a script that's already written within the film roll of you identifying as a sad identity, as a sad person, well, you can't change that script because it's written within the film roll of you deciding that you're just sad. That's who you are. But when you choose differently and tell a different story, you create a different script. All scripts are written, and you don't change any one possible script you choose because you don't change any one possibility or probability or part of God or all that is. You're always choosing. It's new in every moment. So when we say change, we don't mean alter. We mean to choose. To change your story means to choose among infinite possible realities or possibilities or versions of you. And you're doing this naturally in every now moment. It's natural. Do you see? It's already happening. You're always, and in every moment, a new version of you, creating a new linear physical experience. Any continuity or solidity or similarities between frames or familiarity between frames is a complete and utter illusion that you create to know yourself as that multidimensional, all that is, everything, everywhere, everyone, all at once being that you are. But your desired future, that reality here and now, is waiting on the other side of the story that you've been telling yourself. But you're down here saying, this is why. I'm sad because of this script. But the script doesn't create anything. The film role or the identity is I am sad. That's what you've chosen to tell. That's the story you're telling. That's source, that's cause, that's what creates the script. The script's written within that identity of I am sad, I'm unworthy, I'm unsuccessful. This is who I am. But none of that's the truth or true of who you are. You're making it up. Why not make up the life of your utter dreams, that you're successful, that you're complete, that you're fulfilled? Make yourself the evidence. The script is written. The script must unfold according to that film role or identity. Wow. We'll get back to that. I just want to remind you, you decide how reality works. I don't decide for you. No other teacher or coach or book or guru or mystic decides. You decide your model of reality because you are reality. Reality just is. It's pure potential. It's consciousness, awareness, unconditioned, complete, unconditional love. And you determine, as the operant power, how it operates through you and as you. You decide who you are. No one and nothing can be aware or conscious for you. You decide what your reality means to you. You decide your reality, period. The truth is I am. That's first cause. That's why the ancients said, before Abraham, I am. In John 8:58, Jesus Christ as your Christ consciousness or I am awareness. The story is that Jesus declares this in front of the Pharisees and the teachers and all of that, right? Representing the 3D physical world and limited beliefs. And they're ready to stone him. It's blasphemous. It's blasphemy, according to them, to say that you are who you say you are. You've been taught and conditioned to believe that that's blasphemous. But what's really blasphemous is you assuming I am not yet that which I desire to be. In denying and rejecting your own spiritual truth of who you really are. That's blasphemy. It's all been twisted. Everything else are secondhand beliefs, secondhand assumptions and stories and patterns and thoughts and feelings. That's the attempt to stone you with the facts of reality. Remember, they wanted to stone him. All those secondhand assumptions, secondhand beliefs, secondhand stories, secondhand thoughts and feelings are the attempt to stone you with facts that are not the truth of who you really are. Remember that Jesus, as your I am awareness, escaped that, right? He didn't get stoned. Meaning you're untouched by any of that. You determine your reality. That past programming, those patterns, those sad circumstances, trying to stone you into believing that you're limited, that you're unworthy, that you're little, that you're sad. It's all a made-up story. So when you say, I did not win the lottery again, and once again you were bullied at work, because in your words, I am sad, well, that's the identity and story of the one who never did, does, or will get what they want. That's the film role that you're choosing. So the script must play out. There are infinite possibilities. That's why you said, today again, the script. Once again, I didn't win the lottery. Once again, I'm bullied. Yeah, there are infinite possibilities of you because you're creating this story with that truth, right? That I am sad. You create your past story, your present story, and your future story all right now. So you're creating a past where you didn't win and you were bullied at work. You create a present where you never win and you're always bullied at work. And you create a future where you'll never win and will always be bullied. That's it. You keep creating that idea in different ideas of it in every moment because you're creating a new you and a new reality in every moment. It doesn't matter how similar it looks or how solid or continuous. It's all an illusion that you're creating. You're trying to bend the spoon like in the Matrix, change the script. Nothing's fixed. It exists as one possibility out of infinite potential experiences. I am sad because making that unwanted outcome solid and fixed and cause of your life experience. Do you see? You create this idea that that's a solid facts. That I didn't win and I get bullied at work. This always happened in the past. In the present, I never win and get bullied at work. And I'll never win and get bullied. That's your reality. You're trying to change your reality and experience from an identity of I am sad, I am unfulfilled, I never get what I want. And that's impossible. That's the message of the Matrix. Do not try to bend the spoon. That's impossible. Just know the truth. There is no spoon. In other words, only your identity creates, and you are all possibilities, all stories. Each possible potential reality and version of you has its own fate or destiny, but there are infinite fates or possibilities or probabilities. You don't alter or get rid of or change any part of all that is or God. You choose. But you're focused here like this is a collapsed idea of reality that you're trying to change from an identity that says, I can't change it. Wow. That's why you can imagine, affirm, try to manifest winning and being loved and respected for days and weeks and months or even years, only to experience the same old reality or what you call a pattern. And then you try to explain it away with, that's why I'm sad. That's why I'm unloved. That's why I'm broke. That's why I'm unsuccessful. Because the apparent circumstances and reality out there that keep happening. Do you see? You have it upside down and backwards. Your cause, your source. The only pattern ever is I am not enough. I'm not enough. That becomes your identity. It seems like a fact. It seems to be true, so much so you don't question it anymore. It appears to be the truth or appears to be reality. So you keep explaining it away with I'm sad because, I'm unworthy because, I'm unsuccessful because. And you create the idea that it's these effects that are not source of anything that's causing your life experience. But the only truth, the only cause, the only source is I am. Everything that comes after I am is a story. Why not tell the story of your absolute life of your dreams? Before Abraham, I am. Before any story, any belief, any assumption, any circumstance, any people, event, or thing, I am. Whatever comes after I am becomes the truth of your reality. Not the truth, because I am is the truth, but an experience as the truth. You are the truth. I am the truth. I am the life. I am the way. I am the light. I am the vine. I am the bread of life. So no matter how much you affirm, assume, visualize, and decide that you've won the lottery and that you're loved by your coworkers, in other words, no matter how much you affirm, decide, and visualize that script, as long as you tell the story and carry the identity, the film role, that expects to lose, expects rejection, expects to be bullied, expects failure, that's the proof and evidence that will parade in front of you in terms of your remembered past, manifested present, and imagined future. That's what you create. Do you see that? No matter, we imagine and we affirm and we assume, but we do it within the script that we're believing in. We're believing that's why we're sad. If I can just change that, I'll be fulfilled. I'll be complete. But as long as you tell the story, in other words, select a film role or an identity that expects to lose, that expects rejection, that expects to be bullied, that expects failure, that will create scripts as proof and evidence of that identity. Remember, the script is written within each film role or identity, but there are infinite identities, infinite film roles to select from, infinite scripts. You want to win. I believe you. You want to win that lottery. You want to be loved at work. I get it. But your identity tells another story and it expects something else. Choose a new film role, no matter what. Like the scene in The Matrix, you're trying to bend the spoon, but that's impossible. Only try to realize the truth. There is no spoon. That the identity of I am sad, I am unworthy, I am unfulfilled, I am bullied, I'm a loser, I'm rejected, is a made-up story, but you're making it all up. In other words, you are reality. You are the spoon. You create it all. There's nothing outside of you. You determine it all with your story. Your I am story creates it all. You are all possible potential stories, past, present, and future. You don't change as an alter any one possible, probable reality and version of you. You choose. Why do we say that? Because all that is all that is. God is God. God wouldn't be God. All that is wouldn't be all that is. If you could change any possible outcome or probability or probable version of you or reality. There are infinite versions that go on and on and on into infinity. So you don't have to change anything. You choose. It's that idea that we're going to try to alter these events that seem so real and fixed, the script. Instead, choose a new film role, choose a new identity. Stop choosing the one that I'm sad and unfulfilled and unworthy and incomplete and rejected, and choose the one where I manifest everything I want. And so be it. Remember, no thing and no one, I want to remind you of this, has the power and authority to create your reality or make you think or feel anything. No one has that power. Nothing. Not even your own thoughts, what you consider your own thoughts, or your own body that's feeling something. You decide, after all, it's all of that is subject, is subordinate to you as I am awareness. You are the one and only source and sovereign power of your reality and entire life experience. Nothing is fixed. Nothing is final. It's all real or reality. It's all real or reality. It's all real or reality or an experience. But everything and everyone exists as potential. Everything and everyone in your reality was created by you to interact with as a reflection of you. It's all you. So we're not saying others are not real, that the people, events, and circumstances are not real. It's all real. It all exists as potential. But the everyone and everything in your reality, those versions of people, events, and circumstances, was created by you to interact with as a reflection of you. It's all you. Your entire life is created by one thing. Your story, your I am story here and now. This creates it all. I am your host, Tom Kearin. These are the studios at Be Something Wonderful, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, be sure to check out the Tom Kearin channel. We just released a video there. And at the end of the month, we're going to have our next live event, our 43rd live event or live stream. all available on the Be Something Wonderful membership channel. 42 other live events where we cover all sorts of questions. Lots of talk, lots of answers on those live events. And there's dozens of other videos and exclusive content on the Be Something Wonderful membership channel. Check it out. With great love, with great light, and infinite gratitude, this is Tom Kearin here in the studios of Be Something Wonderful. Until next time, we'll see you soon.